view. Further, we will also describe and immerse ourselves in activities that promote the formation of a dialogue. Afterwards, we will test how far you have understood the lesson through short tests as well as reflective activities. The whole world is more connected now more than ever in the 21st century. Using communication technologies such as the internet, we can discover and even interact with other cultures around the globe. Now, take a look at the picture. Does each person depicted look the same? Does each person have different clothing from the other? With the earth as the background of the image, what do you think the image represents? At the end of the lesson, the student will be able to
realize that intersubjectivity requires accepting differences and not imposing on others. Explain that authentic dialogue means accepting others even if they are different from themselves. Performs activities that demonstrate an appreciation for the talents of persons with disabilities and those from the underprivileged sectors of society.
Okay, before we begin our lesson, let's play a game. And this game is called 4 Pigs, 1 Word. Are you familiar with this game? Okay, so the mechanics of the game are so simple. Each level displays 4 pictures linked by 1 word. All you must do is to guess or work out what the word is from the set of letters given below the pictures. Are you ready with the game? Okay, then let's start the game. These 4 photographs have something in common, a single word that fits into the squares below the images. Count the squares to find out how many letters are in the correct answer. So how many boxes are there? There are 10. So what is your answer? Okay, very good. The answer is disability. Good job. So now let's move on to the next one. Okay, again, please focus on the 4 photographs. So now what is your answer? Okay, good job. It's dialogue. All right, and then the last one. Again, focus on the 4 photographs. Okay, what is your answer? All right, well done. The answer is empathy. Okay, now, based on your answers, what do you observe? All right, very good. So disabled or handicapped persons, people talking to each other and empathize. So how are we going to interact with these people? These are some of the concepts of our new lesson for today, which is intersubjectivity. So what is intersubjectivity? Okay, very good. So intersubjectivity is a philosophical concept that explores the mutual recognition of each other as persons. Now, I will start this discussion with this statement. A person is a social being. Okay, a person is a social being, meaning to say a person wants to socialize with another person. Okay, before we begin to relate with others, we must first be aware of ourselves, rational individuals capable of determined and reasonable action. Interpersonal relations are made possible when the self becomes aware of the other, which includes everyone and everything outside the self. Now, take a moment to look at one of your family members. Are you aware of his or her existence? If your answer is yes, then you are correct, since you can perceive your family member through your senses. Even your classmate is the other, as that or a being that exists outside of yourself. Now, look at an object at your desk. It may be a pencil, ball pen, piece of paper, or any object. Okay, now that object is also another, as it is a thing that also exists outside of yourself. Okay, now, which of the following action is more reasonable? The right one or the left one? Of course, you will select the left statement since it describes a reasonable and logical human act. You only interact with objects when you need to use them. You reach out for the pencil and paper only when you need to write, and you do not need to talk to these objects to enable them to function. Interacting with other human beings, however, is more complex act. What drives human persons to interact with their fellow humans in a more meaningful way? Our human nature not only enable us to recognize the self that defines our individuality, it also enables us to recognize that other human beings also possesses a self. We can relate meaningfully with other human beings because we consider ourselves as essentially the same. This notion of recognizing the self in the other is how philosophers define interpersonal relations. Take a look at the picture. Now let's move on to the elements of human relations. Most human interactions, however, are not based on deception period, since our human nature drives us to uphold dignity and goodness. Our interactions with others are also geared toward what is good and beneficial. This led humans to strive to achieve deeper and more substantial interactions and relationships or relations with other people. Actually, this deeper and more genuine interaction is called a dialogue. So what do you mean by dialogue? A dialogue is an interaction between two persons that happens through a speech or the use of words, expressions, and body language. The person is a being who is open to others that can receive others in a dialogue. Okay, so and this is made possible when the self realizes that the other is genuine and unique individual. When two individuals begin to view each other as another, that is, and truly acknowledging each other's presence, then it is the beginning of an authentic relationship and a dialogue. Okay? So the next one, we also have, look at the picture. Okay, that's empathy, or the ability to share emotions, is an aspect of intersubjectivity. This emotion is driven by a person's awareness that the other is a person with thoughts and feelings. Human persons are actively aware of the emotional states of the other people, and they use this information to determine their own actions and behavior. Actually, empathy enables us to experience other person's emotions such as happiness, anger, and sadness. Okay. Another characteristic of a meaningful and genuine human relationship is the availability. Availability, or the willingness of a person to be present and be at the disposal of another. For instance, you went to an unfamiliar place and cannot locate the place where you are supposed to go. What will you do? You might think of asking directions from the people living in the area. How will you feel if you were asking for directions but the people you were asking kept ignoring you? What will you think about these people? Okay, let us say a stranger approach you in the street asking for help. What will be your first reaction? Will you try to help that person? Or will you ignore him or her? Okay, now I'm going to show you a short video and I want you to reflect on it.
I feel a little sorry for him.
Just by looking at him, he seems like he stays at home and passes the time on TV.
No, actually, honestly, I don't think he's working right now.
It looks like she has a bit of Down syndrome. Could probably be working in KFC kind of place.
Usually when I see them, I felt sad, like it can happen to anyone.
I think sight is very important.
It's really hard for him to get by every day.
Without being able to see, it should be difficult.
I don't think he's quite normal.
Yes, he can be my friend.
I'm Nixon. I'm 21 this year and studying computer science at NUS.
He's definitely more accomplished than me.
I'm more happy for him than surprised that, wow, how come a blind person is in the university?
I'm working at Wasa Shangri-La Hotel. I like Britney Spears, Michael Jackson, and Bollywood dance.
She is success in her own ways.
I feel connected.
A girl who is like me in many ways.
My name is Peng Kai. I graduated from NTU studying mathematics and economics. During my free time, I like to play computer games.
He's just like a normal guy. He likes to play video games.
I didn't think he was old enough to have graduated from uni.
Actually, he can contribute to society right now.
Ivan is very artistic, very athletic. He's very fun and he's very loving.
He enjoys and is good at what he's doing. He has no problem with doing it.
He has a special skill in drawing. That's good.
That's
and he
very
wants some
impressive.
competition. Could be the leader among his peers.
Who's surprised?
That is Ivan.
What's yours?
Either.
Inspirational figure is my mother. Although I was born like this, but she just viewed me as a normal person.
I like the 80s.
I like the 80s too.
Get to know them as the person they are rather than this person has this disability. That's all I think about.
Hello.
We would actually really like it if we were, being treated as normally as possible.
Meeting her personally, she's great. She does more things than me.
If someone like Wan Yi comes up and applies for a job with us and she has the necessary skill sets and experience, we would hire her.
But I think after this, I'll be braver. I'll be able to reach out.
Wow,
Nice.
nice drawing. Autism is what my son has and not who he is.
So I think this situation is should be opened up to more people to get opportunities to meet people like Ivan. Yeah.
Okay, then. How do you view them as a person? Do you judge them quickly? Are you the type of person who ignores them or alienate them? That is something for you to ponder. There are also other people who are left out or isolated from the society because they are different. Sometimes they are called underprivileged of the society. For example, some of you have experienced to have a classmate who is considered weird or somewhat special because they are different from you. So my question is, how do you treat them? Do you see yourself befriending these types of people? Have you treated them well? No. So this is actually focused on this lesson. How do you relate with people with disabilities and then the underprivileged of sectors of the society? Do you have a healthy relationship with these people? Now, I want you to evaluate your interpersonal relations with them. Have you been engaging a genuine dialogue with them? Or are you the type of person whom you will only talk or approach the people whom you can get something from them? Think about it. If you have that kind of mindset, then you only think of a person as an object. Remember in I-it relationship that we've studied before, can you say that the significant person surrounding you have a great influence on your perception towards them? Okay. Do they help you to become a better person? Please read this one. It is nice to live in a place where we value and respect one another, and we treat each other with love and compassion. Now for your reflection. How will you able to show appreciation for the skills and talents of a person with disabilities and underprivileged? Okay, so you may answer by posting some pictures in your social media account and share your appreciation of these people. Okay? And then we are actually still experiencing pandemic, right? Can you extend help or reach out the underprivileged people of the society or with disability? So how will you do that? Kindly share your ideas. You can also post that in our group chats or our GCs. Okay, I hope that you appreciate these people, and let's have to show kindness to them. Okay? Now, for your assessment, please answer the following statement here. Right, true, or true is if, right, true if the statement is correct, and false if it is wrong. Okay, write your answer in on the separate piece of paper. Okay, there. Okay, then, and for your assignment, Research on a person with disability who has lived a productive and meaningful life despite his or her disability. Discuss his or her background, significant achievements, as well as the traits that enabled him or her to succeed in life. Okay? Now, thank you and keep safe. Goodbye, class.